All right, let's get Tim Gunn on the line. He says he's got some information on a sport. I'm excited to hear what it is because he seems like the least sportsy guy out there.
Ever. But this will be enlightening, I'm sure.
We can ask him about werewolf wrist. Maybe he'll...
Hello?
Tim Gunn, are you there? Is this Tim?
Hi, how are you? Am I speaking with Randy or Jason?
Talking to both of us.
Oh my God, it's so hard to tell you apart on the phone. How are you darlings doing?
We're great.
We're wonderful. How are you?
How are you, Tim?
Oh, it's fantastic. I'm here in New York. I'm working on a new fashion line, and I'm also gearing up for the action here at UFC 147.
Yeah. That is amazing. I didn't realize you were in... That is the sport you're into, UFC?
Oh, honey, let me tell you about it. I've been practicing at a dojo. It's called... Yeah, I've been practicing at the knee grab dojo for the last 15 years.
It seems
we do a little mix. We do a little patois of Brazilian jiu-jitsu,
right?
With some capoeira, of course.
Of course,
we want to have a nice little touch of capoeira.
Of course,
but we're also very reverent to the tradition of judo and Tai Chi and a number of other disciplines.
So what you're saying is you splice it together and you make it work on some levels. You make it work.
What I'm saying is that when someone comes in for training, I'm not going to be interested in the minutia of how exactly you're choking out your opponent. I think it's more important to use what you have and make it hurt.
Make it hurt.
You've got to make it hurt.
That's your term for that. Make it hurt. So when you're in the octagon, it's make it hurt as opposed to being on the runway when it's make it work.
I think of the octagon as a runway, where instead of showing how good we're looking in our fashion, we're showing what we do with that fashion.
Yes.
And what we can do is pummel a man to a bloody pulp.
That's what you want to do in the octagon or the runway, as you call it. In some cases, the runway can be that violent. How did you get into this sport? It strikes me as bizarre. You seem like such a peaceful person.
Well, of course, I am peaceful. That's because I have an outlet for my demons.
Right.
Yes. Jason, Randy, don't tease me. I know you guys do comedy because there's some rage there.
Yeah, there's rage. There's a lot of rage, and you need an outlet to get it out, and I understand that. I did not mix martial arts.
Doing the runway in Milan can be exhausting, so what else would I do but take some time, go to the other side of Milan, and go full rounds against a Hawaiian.
Yeah, that's right. You got to really take it to the limit.
I think it's very important to look good while you're bashing someone. You're going to want to look for some sort of half-thigh shorts, an umbro or something,
right?
Because you're going to want to reveal something, but you're also going to want to leave something to the imagination as to what you're packing.
Of course. And if you're not, if you keep them guessing, then I think the audience is going to be happy or intrigued. They want to see more.
Oh, I know I do. And even though I'm not active on the fight circuit these days, I think of myself as more of an Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Sure. Oh, you're like you. It's like what you do on Project Runway. You guide younger. Are there any young fighters or fighters out there in MMA right now that get you excited?
I'm a big fan of Frank Ponderosa.
Wow.
He's out of Alaska. He has what it takes. He's fresh. I'm really excited what he brings to the octagon.
Me too. And I think
and let me tell you, I've never seen someone go for a reverse chokehold and then so subtly work in an elbow bend.
That's amazing.
So subtle. You would never see it coming, and I think it really splashes.
It's like a good drape. It's like a good drape on an evening gown. If you can drape well, not a lot of people can do it, but when the guys and the ladies who can do it, it surprises you.
Oh, yes, and believe me, there's nothing I love more than my lady fighters.
Who are your favorite lady fighters?
Pamela Fistface, fantastic. She's out of San Diego, and the Hard Knock Boys down there.
Sure.
I have a discerning eye on the progress of Rita Mita. She's fierce. She has a lot of passion. I think she's a little sloppy going into this current season.
Okay. Well, look, she's got to clean that up if she wants to
clean
be
some things up.
Victorious.
Look, the idea is there. The idea is there, but you got to clean it up and edit. You've got to edit.
Believe me, when you're down there, when you have a man wrap. And you think there's nothing that can get you out of it. Not only do you have to edit, but you have to make sure that you hit him in the head.
That's absolutely right. You got to hit him in the head.
You have to give him a head hit,
and then hit him in the head. They give him a head hit. I agree. This is so fascinating to hear that you are into this sort of thing. I have to ask you one question. When you on Project Runway say "make it work,"
and you tilt your
wrist back in a way that did you see?
Explain, Rand.
Did you see the Anthony Hopkins werewolf movie that came out at Benicio del Toro a few years ago, where the wrist got bent back so far when he actually transformed into a werewolf? I actually call what you do werewolf wrist.
Are you part werewolf?
Well, look, I'm not responsible for what happens once in a while. That was my nickname when I was a fighter. The Wolf.
The Wolf.
And my team my A team out of my dojo is called the Wolf Pack.
Sure.
Okay,
sure.
And you know what? They don't call me Tim Gunn without acknowledging my fucking guns.
That's right.
What I'm saying?
Yes, absolutely.
Yes. Hey,
Tim has got guns.
Tim has got guns, and they're there, and they're ready to come out and fight. This is a shocking revelation.
It really is, but I'm amazed at how much you know and how into it you are. And look, you learn something new about someone every day.
I'm quiet these days. I lay low. I'm a very peaceful person, but I do have an eye for a human weakness at a pressure point. And honey, if you come to me with a vulnerable spot exactly how to get you on the floor and crying for mama within 5 minutes, make it hurt.
Make it hurt.
Make it hurt.
Well, thank you,
Tim Gunn. Thank you.
Gunn, thanks for joining the show.
And we'll have you back on the show to talk more MMA. And I just
sure. And you know what? If you're going to be in Tokyo, I have ringside seats.
Good.
So you're welcome. If you're going to be in Tokyo for the big match, come see me. I have ringside seats for the underground matches there.
Great.
And
I love it.
We can toss money at Asian businessmen, and we can see what happens.
Let's see what happens. Actually, nothing sounds more fun than that. Appreciate it, Tim Gunn. We'll have you back on the show. Thanks so much. And
bye, gorgeous.
Good luck. Bye. Happy fighting. Wow.
Tim Gunn.
Tim Gunn, everyone. That was incredible.